Hello YouTube, it's Rob from Maxwells Grass Cutting Services based in the northeast. I hope everybody's well and having a great day. Today's video, excuse me, I want to do a review. It's a 2-year review. Well, I've had it more than 2 years, but we'll call it 2 years. And it's a 2-year review of my favourite lawnmower, the Honda HRX 537. And I've had loads of requests to do this review. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the lawnmower. And I'm just going to go over it and point out its good parts. Then I'm going to put a little bit of footage of me using it, doing the first cuts a couple of weeks ago. And then we'll come back and we'll have a chat and I'll tell you why I love it, why I bought it, and why I think it's a must for anybody who's what I call a jobbing gardener. What do I mean by that? Now, I know you've got professional gardeners who do wonderful houses with acres of land and they need industrial mowers, but if you're going from job to job to job, small, medium, large gardens, this mower is amazing. It doesn't put stripes down, however it still performs as good as anything I've ever used. So I'm going to show you it and I'll go over a few of its features and then we'll have a look at it and then we'll come back and have a chat. See you soon. So here we have the Honda HRX 537. It's a 21-inch width lawnmower. It's my favourite lawnmower, as I've said on numerous occasions. It's cutting heights. It goes down as low as 19 mil, and then it goes as high as 101 mil. I like to do it on about 60 millimeters, between 60 and 65. That gives it a nice cut. But if you need to go any lower, you can. The bag capacity at the back is huge. It's 85 litres, and it also has a variable speed. That orange handle, you push it back, it goes slow, and you push it forward, and I tell you what, you could jog behind this mower if you needed to. But the key parts are that it's only 44 kilos. It's so light and so sort of manoeuvrable. It makes it really special. But my favourite part about the mower is the fact that you can bag or you can mulch, and you can do it without having to use a plug, and I'll show you around the back and I'll explain what I mean. As you can see, this here is the bag open, so all the waste is going to come out and into the bag. But you've got a lever here, the green lever. All you do is just push it. You can have it on sort of half, so that means half is mulched onto the grass and then half is put back into the collection bag, or you can have it on full. And the beauty is that's on full mulch, and you put it back on here like that. Nobody knows, the customer doesn't know, only you know. But that's not collecting any grass, it's going all down onto the lawn, which makes it absolutely fantastic, and I love it. So that's the Honda HRX, my favourite lawnmower. What do I love about it? Its weight, it's 40 odd kilos, 42, 43 kilos, and it's so light and manoeuvrable. When I was looking at rear rollers, I went to look at the 21-inch rear rollers, and the average weight's about 65 kilograms. There's a hell of a difference between manoeuvring a 65 kilogram lawnmower and a 40 odd kilogram. It's worlds apart. And as I've said, if you're going from garden to garden to garden, it makes life so uncomfortable humping 65 kilos. That's why this is so good. But its best feature, in my humble opinion, and for all the Karens out there, I'm not saying I'm an expert, right? I've been in business for a few years. I make a living from mowing lawns and doing a bit of gardening work, and it's my opinion. There's people out there who are far more experienced than me. However, this is my humble opinion, having pushed it around for over 2 years, all right? And one of its best features is the mulching feature. So you get a lawn and it's dry, it's June, July, August, and the customer says, oh, I don't like to mulch, I don't like to mulch. But what you can do is you can just put a little bit of mulch on. And so you're collecting some and you're disposing of some on the lawn. And to the, you know, without being disrespectful to the customer, what you're doing there is you're keeping that lawn alive, because it biodegrades and feeds the lawn. Or I've got a few large lawns where, after conversations with the customer, I've explained what mulching is. It's not just leaving big long lines of horrendous grass, which turns into like white sods and looks awful. It disposes and displaces the clippings so evenly and so fine that you don't see it. And it does a wonderful job. It's got an 85 litre collection bag. It collects the grass fantastically well. However, when it's soaking wet, it does struggle a bit with the collection. But you can improve the collection on Hondas, and you need to do two things. You need to keep the blades really sharp. Every 4 weeks, so I've got a fortnightly mowing round of fortnightly customers and weekly customers, and every four weeks, 28 days, religiously, I take the blade off, I sharpen it. And I know some people say you shouldn't get the blade too sharp, I have it like a razor, and then I put it back on. There's, you know, it's a dual blade. And I also, the bag, I get the bag and I'll wash it with a scrubbing brush with hot soapy water. I rinse it out with a hose pipe and I dry it so it's as dry as a bone. And those two things, as well as keeping the deck clean, help the collection massively. But sometimes it does struggle in the wet. That's why I have the Still 6 series, which has the plastic box and it collects far better. However, my humble opinion, it doesn't cut grass as better as the Honda HRX 537. Now, it's not cheap. It was 1,300 quid. But I would say that I've used it probably 80% on my lawns over the last 2 years, and it owes me nothing. It's been absolutely brilliant. It's only vanity that I've bought a rear roller. And when you're running a gardening business, when you first start out, money's, you know, it's not plentiful because you've got loads of equipment to buy. So you need to buy one good mower. And I wish I knew what I knew now, because I bought this one. I bought others before and I made mistakes. But this has been brilliant. It's never let me down. Touch wood. For the first 2 years I serviced it myself. I changed the spark plug, the oil, the air filter. Very simple. Sharpened the blade, cleaned it underneath. But this last year gone by, I put it in because the guy was going to clean the carb, change the air filters, the fuel filter, and that was a little bit above my skill set, so I paid for that and I didn't mind, and it's come back lovely. So would I recommend it? I would, certainly would. I've had a good 2 years out of it. If I get a third year and a fourth year out of it, I'll be over the moon. Now I am aware that these aren't classed as commercial mowers. It's the Honda HRN, which is classed as the commercial 4-wheel drive. Now, 4-wheel rotary mower, and I didn't go for that. 2 reasons. One, for the weight, and B, it didn't have the same height as cut. This one cuts really low and it cuts really high, and I just you know, I watched a few videos and I saw it in operation, and I took a punt, and I'm pleased I did. I really love it. I just, apart from the collection in the wet, I don't think you can fault it. Now, I've seen some YouTube videos where the drive goes after 3 or 4 years, and people, instead of getting rid of them because their engines last forever, they turn it into a sort of a mulching mower where you do the hedge work and you just use it to smash all the clippings up and get all the waste down to a manageable level. So that's probably what I'll do. I probably won't sell it. I'll just keep it forever and use it as part of the fleet. But that's me today. Thanks very much for watching the Honda HRX 537. If you can tell, I've had a bit of a bad throat. I haven't had COVID. I've tested myself and I'm fine. The wife and daughters both got COVID, but I haven't. I've just got a bit of a cold, but fingers crossed we're all on the mend and pushing through. So I've had to have a few days off work, which has been upsetting because we're now just coming into the really busy season. But hey, it's life, isn't it? You get over it. But thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and my message today is the Honda HRX 537 is a positive purchase, and I'm not sponsored, nothing like that, if only. I'm just a gardener who earns a living in the northeast of England, giving my humble opinion. So thanks very much, and I'll see you on the next one. But remember, when the green gold's growing, keep mowing. Fingers crossed we won't have any more of this daft snow in April and we can start earning a living again. Take care. See you soon.